KU coach Bill Self, "We could become deep in a hurry." KUsports.com held out of all 9 KU games thus far while the university continues to sort out a compliance issue involving a car Preston was driving during a single-vehicle, non-injury accident in mid-November. Self said Thursday he remained optimistic that Preston still could help the team this season, perhaps sooner rather than later. Keegan Malik Newman emerging from the haze of a concussion. KUsports.comAs, he sat on the Allen Fieldhouse floor, eyes squinting then shutting. Newman had the look of a boxer trying to regain a clue as to where he was and what he was doing there. The knee he took to the head in the final minutes gave him what he said was the first concussion of his life. Reports link KU football assistance with Kent State opening. KUsports.com. According to Bruce Feldman of Fox Sports, KU defensive coordinator and assistant head coach Clint Bowen is one potential candidate for the Kent State job. KU needs more from this player. Even if it's nearly impossible to bench him, if the guys aren't doing what I want right now, I hate to say this, what you do is, you yell at them from the sideline and say, "Hey, do it better." Self said Thursday. "I don't think that's the best way to coach. I've always thought the bench is a heck of a motivator, and not from a negative standpoint. It's just, guys want to be out there." Bill Self, optimistic, Billy Preston will play in games for KU this season. That process has already started. Self said of his materials being examined by the NCAA clearinghouse. "The thing with Silvio that is unique is we are dealing with Angola, his native country. Our ability to either speak French or Portuguese in a way that we have received additional information to basically help him has been somewhat limited." Other sports: Broncos goal score takeaways. Osweiler comes off bench to lead Denver to win. CBSSports.com. All Osweiler did after that was lead the Broncos on a 253 run, including scores on 4 of their next 5 drives. 3 of those drives lasted 9 plays or more, and a 16-play, 62-yard drive that took 940 off the clock in the fourth quarter essentially iced the game by putting the Broncos up by 12 points with just over 5 minutes left in the game. NBA games Thursday. Scores, highlights, news. Knicks win despite Porzingis injury. CBSSports.com. There are only 5 games on Thursday's NBA schedule, but with a national TV doubleheader that includes a matchup between LeBron James and Lonzo Ball, there should be plenty of action. Report: Hornets had agreement to move to Louisville, but Rick Pitino blocked the plan. CBSSports.com. After the 200,102 season, the original Charlotte Hornets were looking to move. As we know now, they eventually relocated to New Orleans, becoming, at least for the time being, the New Orleans Hornets. What we didn't know, until a recent report, is that the team nearly moved to Louisville instead. Look, Twitter reacts to LeBron's secret post-game message to Lonzo Ball. CBSSports.com. When he was asked about what he told the Lakers rookie, LeBron told reporters, "It's none of y'all business." What Disney's acquisition of 21st Century Fox means for sports fans. A blockbuster media consolidation deal announced this morning sees Fox handing over nearly its entire empire to ESPN's corporate parent Disney, with the exceptions of Fox News and the national Fox Sports networks FS1, FS2, BTN, Fox Deportes, and Fox Soccer Plus. Disney will now possess 22 Fox Sports RSNs that hold exclusive local rights to 44 MLB, NBA, and NHL team broadcasts. Here's what to expect in our newly monopolized sports future. Other news: Boston Globe report on ESPN reveals pregnancy discrimination. Other gendered horrors. A report published today by the Boston Globe details UAL harassment and gender discrimination at ESPN, including a former SportsCenter anchor feeling forced to stay on air while she was having a miscarriage so as not to jeopardize her job, and another sending shirtless pictures of himself to a younger female colleague. The report, based on interviews with roughly 24 current and former employees, describes a culture in which men have made unwanted UAL propositions to female colleagues, given unsolicited shoulder rubs, and openly rated women on their looks, and in which women feel pressured to hide pregnancies or take short maternity leaves so as not to lose out on choice and scarce positions for female journalists in sports. Hold the most hilarious wildlife photos of 2017. Wildlife photographer Tybert Krcz would spend a few nights each year, camped out in a tent near a tree, hoping to capture photos of little owls and their nestlings. But just before nightfall on one fateful evening, 3 of the birds flew out onto a short branch. They landed and tried stabilizing themselves, but the owlet on the end began to fall.